Are you dealing with situational leadership, team management, and communication issues? Well, buckle up. This is for you. I had a person seeking my attention and support disclose the following situation to me, and I'm going to create distinctions around that situation to bring it into focus and to provide greater freedom, power, self expression, peace of mind, and capacity to this soul and souls like his. He said, and I quote, I need professional help, related situational help, how to manage a situation when team lead is not including me in meetings and leadership expects me to give answers in status update meetings, and I find myself unaware of the topic. So there's a lot here. And the first thing is if this absence from the loop, being in the loop, where the relevant and valuable information is being communicated or expressed, if that absence is causing negative impacts in how people listen to, receive, or hear you, or perceive you in your expression at work, like you're listening, your reputation is diminishing, or you are at risk or in danger of your accountability and responsibility to be diminished because being seen as less reliable, then here's the thing: you invite what you tolerate. You invite what you tolerate. So if team lead is not including you, then that is actually on you. And here's what I'm saying: it's not because of you, like there's something wrong with you. It is that there is an opportunity here that you haven't seized yet, that you haven't shifted things around. Repeat after me. If it is to be, it depends on me. And everything that is in front of me, I'm creating and I'm responsible for. Now, what that gives you access to is what can I do to shift what I'm experiencing? Or what have I not been doing that has led to what I've been consistently experiencing? What's missing, the presence of which would make a real difference? So I'm going to assume for a moment political sensitivity and awareness, right? Keeping your ear to the ground and finger to the pulse of the people involved. So, this awareness that you invite what you tolerate, and that when you choose to get responsible for the situation, you're no longer offloading it and delegating it and saying, this guy is not doing the thing. This guy needs to do more of the thing. And because of this guy, I'm unaware of the topic and I'm expected to give answers in status update meetings and I don't have the information. Like, okay, skill up in how to extract that information or have that information brought to you by the person who's depriving you of access to it through a couple of things: creating a background of relatedness, deep rapport, where sensitivity and empathy are cultivating between you two. Imagine you're the team lead. There's a lot that that person is dealing with and dancing with, and a lot of data that's flowing in a lot of the time. So, what becomes available to you is create a background of relatedness, build deep rapport through sensitizing yourself even more specifically, in an even more detailed and committed way, to where they're coming from. You can't shift what you're not aware of. And the best way to influence someone is through an awareness of what already influences them. So what does that look like? Hey, what are you dealing with? Could be an opener in a conversation. Like, uh, it occurs for me like you're really busy and that there's a lot that you're having to deal with, and maybe you're not taking care of everything as efficiently or as effectively as you would like. Like, show up with a willingness to contribute and be of service and support to this person, first of all and above all. Don't judge. What you judge and what you resist persists. What you accept, you gain power over. So accept this is how they are. This may be how they always are. You may not actually be able to change this. Once you accept that, then you gain the power to actually change whatever's in your power to change. Otherwise, you're like fighting against something and you're resisting him and you're perhaps making him wrong, and he or she can feel that in communication. People tend not to like to be around those who are judging them. They tend not to experience judgment as something they want to run towards or continue to experience. So that may be part of the debris that is there in the background of conversations, is like, hey, you're not doing this. You need to buck up and fly right. Like, give me the information. You're not giving me what I need. You're bad and wrong. Like, okay, that really makes me want to give you what you need. So if you're not being included in meetings, build this depth of rapport, start to show up as a contribution, ask how you can help and support. I know that this is not what you wanted to hear, but being generous and going above and beyond your duty in supporting them and getting into their world and getting aware of what is going on there and how you can be of service and support has you take on greater empathic salience. You're now a person of more value for them than just everyone on their team who's looking to get what they need, right? Number one. So this is be the change you want to see. Be generous. Be committed and compassionate. And then when your salience has increased, not from you being an angry, aggressive, obnoxious, loud, squeaky wheel, or complaining, or resisting, or judging, but once you've taken on greater salience from occurring as a resource of greater value and opportunity and support for him or her, then you get to express in a very sensitive, intentional way, hey, can I share something with you that will help me help you better? Right? So that framing, it's very difficult for somebody to resist, right? Can I share something that will help me help you better? Well, okay, yeah, sure. So I'm on your team, man. And when you say that, it's not just like logistically, administratively, like it's emotionally, empathically. Like, hey, I vote your victory. I'm here to have you win, and I know you're doing your best to have me and all the people on your team win. But here's something that has been happening that doesn't work for me, that is leaving me with greater capacity to show up with excellence, because everybody who encounters me, uh, they have the opportunity to see that I am a product of your management. I am a product of your support. And it can make you look better if I am equipped with all of what I need. And here's one way in which I have not been equipped with all of what I need. I haven't been getting these answers that I need and this information that I need. And I haven't been included in meetings that are relevant and important for me to do my job. And then I find myself aware of what I need around the topic. And like, here's what's on the other side of this, my friend, talking to the team lead. I can edify and appreciate and praise you for your empathy and your willingness to listen to feedback and honor requests like, hey, would you please include me in this, and this type of meeting in the future so that I can have the information I need to handle company-wide situations, right? These are the distinctions of how to conduct yourself in such a way to maximize and optimize the potential for getting what you want. Now, while there are books like How to Get Anyone to Do Anything by David J. Lieberman, great book, or Influence, Science and Practice by Cialdini, right? And while these will teach you some things, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. All of the above books are valuable for educating yourself on social intelligence and situational like leadership influence. However, no matter how much you read, you're still going to need to practice and receive support in practicing pacing and communication, focus of attention and communication, recreation of the communications you're receiving. Listen for what they're saying, listen for the emotional tone, reflect back before reacting, reflect back judiciously and consistently and reliably so that they get that you are most committed to getting where they're coming from, more so than getting what you need. And there's a lot more to social and relational intelligence than what can be taught in books. I grew up socially awkward, anxious, introverted, diagnosed with autism, and I spent a decade and thousands of hours and dollars to figure out how to manage, handle, deal with, dance with social and relational data. And I overshot the mark. I became super normal in functioning. I've managed teams, I've led communities, I've coached hundreds of people by now and spoken to and taught in front of the stage. And all of that has required me to get a handle on this type of stuff with high powered leaders who are paid a lot for their time, energy, and attention. So trust me when I say I know the road ahead of you. And what I want to hear from you is how this helped you. What came about for you? How did you learn and grow through the distinctions? What do you see to do? Even if just one distinction landed for you and you said, I could do that. Let's put that into action. Don't let this stay in the stands. Bring this onto the court and take action on something and message me with exactly what you're going to do or how you're going to be that will move the ball forward in this situation. That's it. Thank you for listening and receiving this gift.